Happy Wednesday. Let's see what's going on in Diamond Dynasty. Free pack, sure. Didn't think this was possible. Well, let me blow your mind. Jock Peterson. All these guys that don't have any defense. Mason Wynn only has a 90 arm. That's crazy. How you doing, Jackie? This your boy Dalton Varsho? I think did they just nerf all the defenses for this one for the moonshot? Is that what happened? Zombie. I literally haven't seen any of these cards. And I don't think I've seen most of the Team Affinity cards either. Yo, Darian was good, man. Had to click. Was appreciate you, sir. What's new? I will quit the stream if Moonshot Luis Arias isn't your leadoff hitter. Where's Luis Arias? Is he in here? Is that actually a card? Please tell me that's not actually a card. There's this Acuna card. Springer. Willie Castro still 300K. Brian Dozier's not too bad. Reasonable defense. Affordable. It's from the multiplayer program. Okay. It's Chris Taylor. Why does he look older in this picture than he does in like real life right now at age 26? Is that card good? The stats on it look like a lot better than Chris Taylor usually gets. Okay, I think I'm caught up on all the new cards in the market at least. What up, Zach? Anybody want to play co-op, by the way? What up, numbers? How you guys doing? Is that op as in co-op? Zach is down. Do we have a second? / third, if I'm the second. I'm just trying to figure out if I want any of these cards before we get in there. Also, let me take a look at the Benintendi card because I still haven't seen its attributes. These are two different paths. Huh. Play co-op with bronze cards on my imaginary Xbox if you want me to. Sounds good enough for me. I wish I could, but I gotta make dinner rip. One of these days. Actually, this card can hit a little bit. It's just that defense. Always that defense. And I don't think, I'm guessing his captain card doesn't do anything. Power versus right, contact versus left, plate vision, walks per 9. That's good. Like, those are good boosts, but they do not solve his problem. He's basically a DH. Actually, his offense kind of looks like an Eloy Jimenez righty-lefty split. What up, Greg? When Dude Food didn't stream last week, you could be entitled to financial compensation. Dinner's overrated? Couldn't be me. You can't say that in a Dude Food chat. Dinner is to be respected at all times. So Jackie has his imaginary Xbox. Numbers has his dinner. Zach is down. What up, Canes? How you doing? All's good. All's good. I'll give Darian the chance if he's interested in the co-op with Zach, the dynamic duo. And we'll see after that. Pinned by Jackie. Thank you. Pretty good. Haven't played much this year. Been focusing on golf IRL. Are you playing for like school team or like just getting out there and hitting? My new apartment is like it's literally on a road. Well, I don't want to say the road. Anyway, there's a lot of golf in that town. And so like I live like 5 minutes away from like 3 driving ranges and a Top Golf. So I'm wondering if I'm about to get into golf. We're going to find out. FIFA League tonight. Okay. One day we'll hop in. Sounds good. Sounds good. Good luck with the FIFA League. Not yet kind of getting into it, but I want to next year. Okay. Jackie, where's this card? Moonshot Arias. Is this a real card? Golf is inevitable. I have like a back issue, so I've been avoiding most things athletically. But I went to Top Golf last month and it was fine. Must be a different part of my back. So I don't know if I am risking something or by the time I can get to the doctor and get it solved, hopefully it's fine. Arise is in the program. The Moonshot program? Okay. I'll have to take a look. I haven't played since the last time we streamed, so 2 weeks ago. Curling is the way to go. I'm also hopefully golf is an option, but I'm not really interested in like golfing. I'm more interested in just hitting the driving range and stuff. So maybe I'll do that. I would love to just get into like batting cages, but I don't feel like they have batting cages anymore. The closest one I could find is like 45 minutes away. That's not for like youth programs and stuff. So I'd love to do that. But other than that, I'll probably try to just get back into some basketball. Golf could be an option. It's just I feel like it gets a little bit expensive, a little quick. And then hopefully some kind of softball league. Bowling's an option. I think we're right by like bowling alley too. Subconsciously, after the final out of my final baseball game, my mind, body, and spirit became golf without my approval. Happens to most people. You just haven't hit the peak yet. That's honestly true. I feel like I left a lot on the table baseball-wise. So I always itch to keep playing baseball. But it might be time to just give up because it's so hard to find a league that I'm going to be like appropriately skilled for. I think it's either going to be too casual or everybody's going to be too good. And the last year I played baseball, I was really, really bad. It was probably my worst season ever was the last season that I played baseball. And so I always hold that. It doesn't feel good. All right. If we are ready, we will go ahead and game. I'm going to send an invite. We'll do we have a third? We got Zach. I'm going to give it 15 seconds if we have a third. If not, we'll play twos with Zach. No Discord call. We're just playing. Where's my Melvin Mora? That's probably up next. Me again? It might be, Greg. What up, Nolan? This guy plays MLB again? I guess so. But I think that's going to be next. I think we might do a couple more weeks of co-op. Actually, you know what? Let me think about this for a second. This game came out mid-March, right? So that's when I got my PS Plus back. Mid-June is when my PS Plus is going to expire, I think. March, April, May. Yeah, mid-June. I don't think I'm going to renew my PS Plus, to be honest. So I think at that point, we're going to stream a little Road to the Show. Melvin Mora, Road to the Show. Literally moused over the message and it pins it. Oh, okay. I thought it was completely intentional. We just got bumped an hour if you're willing to run threes. Yeah, let's do I have you, Darian? Let's find out. We'll run threes and then Greg can take the next one since Greg's played already. Who wants to be the closer? If I don't have you, Darian, actually, you'll probably be in. No, it should be in this list. It's Dude Food 27. Zach will be the closer. He'll take the blame. Okay. Or one of you can send it if you want. Either way. Sometimes I'm like, let me just clear out my friends list. And other times I'm like, what if I just deleted my account? You have both of us? You can send it if you want. That way you don't have to be closer. You can choose who's the closer. Loading up? Okay, cool. Never mind. Well, he might just be loading in. That might be the problem. Let's see if he's loaded. Well, does this show all the people that are on or all the people you have in your list that play MLB The Show? I don't think I saw your name pop up. Let me add, because if it's Xbox, it's going to be in somewhere else. Blue Jays, Angels, and A's hitter. Okay. Am I 1,000 rated? No. Um. Oh, are you 1,000 rated? Dang. When did this happen? Were you always cracked like that? Let me get my water bottle real quick. You can still send it, Zach. Feel free to go ahead and send. Accepted both. Nice. I don't know why I thought I was going to be home on time today. I did get stuck in traffic, but like not unexpectedly. I think I just did the math wrong on what time I was going to be home, but we're here now. Everything's tangled up. Don't think Dude Food is 1,000 rated. Combining chess and MLB The Show right now, TBH. Let's find out. My ranked rating is 450. You are correct, Jackie. You are correct. Welcome to use either cards that I bring. Don't care who I'm giving. Okay. Let's find out who you bring. As long as it's not Freddie Galvis, I'm sure we'll be fine. Imagine not starting on time. Hashtag dud food. Hashtag rude food. Yeah. I thought I just muted that. Guess not. All right, let's see who he's got. I have a feeling one of these guys, at least one of them will have Randy Johnson. Let's find out. Look like a Ben Joyce versus Darren O'Day option. Got a Carlos Beltran. We got Cedric Mullins, Palmero, Luis Gill. I call Carlos Beltran. Should I put a lefty in? Do I have a good lefty? I do not. Righties it is. All right. Let's go Devers and Reynolds. And I'm going to steal Beltron from Darian. Streamer rules. Sorry. Tough times. Okay, Zach brought in Aroldis Chapman. Most lefties in a lineup possible challenge. Yeah. Actually, I feel like I've had so many games like that. Everybody just brings in our lefties. And then we end up, the thing is, you have all those lefties and then you end up bringing like the gold lefties too. So that's kind of unfortunate. See, they gave us like Evan Carter and Ethan Salas. They can't even get us the righties to balance it out. If you expected him to be on time, you haven't been here long enough. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm right on time for as late as I was. Everything in perfect harmony. Said Darian gets all golds. Is that because he's 1,000 rated? We have high expectations for him now. I'm for it. The Baltimore Mummies. And the opponent is ready. Are we ready? All's good. Enjoy him. Thank you. I think I've used them one time in my one, maybe two BR runs that I did this year. 1,000 icon is a fluke. Did you get it in? Did you get it in co-op? Good luck, fellas. Let's do it to him. We're the away team against Dustin May. They've got the Brian Roberts in there. A lot of Orioles today. They must know Zach is around. Pause. How are you guys liking the new content? I've basically fallen off this game completely. So, like I was saying, I'm probably not going to renew my PlayStation Plus, and then we'll get started on Road to the Show. I'm also moving in about a month, so there's going to be some canceled streams in the next month for sure. Also doing some traveling, as I've been doing, but more traveling. Hopefully, after I move, there's going to be a lot less traveling, but that's where we're at. And so, yeah, Overwatch has been fun. I started playing Arena Breakout Infinite with my friend. It's an extraction shooter like Tarkov, I guess. It's the first time I've ever played an extraction shooter, so. But that's fun. I haven't really looked at MLB since the last time we streamed, so that's where we're at. 2 to 3 good colors storm cards. Majority is just theme team cards. The thing about that is, like, I thought at the very least, oh, that was my pitch. I thought at the very least they were going to put in cards that you could use with the first boss, the first team affinity captain, so that you could do a hitting and pitching captain. But I don't know how it is for the rest of the teams. But like the White Sox got, they got another hitting captain, so they have 2 hitting captains. I don't know if that's the case for every single team, but that seems kind of silly to me. I guess it would just be like overpowered for certain teams if they had multiple, but come on. Is this game on Legend? PCI looked small. I don't think it is. Ugh. Hall of Fame? I didn't know Hall of Fame was on. I didn't know Co-op had Hall of Fame. I thought it went straight from um, All-Star to Legend. Did they change it? Co-op has everything. Just depends what the captains find versus each other. Interesting. This is my first time playing a Hoff game in that case. I think I saw this Mike Piazza card was pretty good. But it's kind of like the same card that we've always gotten, but it's just because of um the power creep that it seems a little bit better. And I wonder if he swings a little bit better now that they like it looks kind of the same, but they had that patch a few weeks ago that was like we fixed the timing to make more sense on certain strides, but I don't know. That looked the same to me. I haven't noticed any kind of difference since then, but people put out videos, it seemed like showing that it did make a difference. So who knows? Good pitch. 99 on the corner. Just pumping the fastball. Look at this guy go. That one's not going to be a fastball, but it's up and in. And it's up and way out. 117 off the bat of Brian Roberts. That's crazy. I missed? Not really. That looked like kind of where you were aiming it. I mean, not down the middle, but Brian Roberts is Zeus. There we go. We're down 1-0. And I'm 0 for 2, so I have some redemption to have some redemption to achieve. How should I say that? I have some redemption to redemp. Rocky Stadium does that to people except for the home team themselves. It does, just not to the hitters, just to the pitchers. Some redemption to unfinished business. Some unfinished business to redemp. All good options. Trying to get that one run back real quick. Something like that, yeah. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Too early on Hoff. Yeah, he's busy playing his GOAT games, getting to 1,000. That's crazy. I'm insane at the game. You think that guy thought they were the infielder and just dove? Make him pay. Thinking of just bringing Clemens out? Could if you want to. I don't mind throwing like 3 innings with Gill or something and then going to Clemens. Or Randy Johnson. But I kind of pitch bad with Randy Johnson, not going to lie. We do make him pay, I think. Cuts it off and throws to third. Tying up the game after whatever they were doing in center field. Pitcher looks like he's not happy. All right, redemption for Carlos Beltran. Hmm. That was the pitch I was looking on the first pitch too. Boots it at second, and we're gonna be safe. So Brian Roberts hits his home run and then makes an error right at him. It was firmly hit, but it was like it wasn't hopping or anything, you know? It was just right there. Jose Ramirez almost throws that one away too. Tried to go for the tag, but he's too short. All right, if I give up 2 base runners, let's put in Roger Clemens. Yeah, I thought that might get through for a second. Looked like it was sharply hit. Thought for sure he'd swing at that one after the previous one. He probably swung at that one. And now in a position to take a walk. Get the pop out, though. More pitches than you'd like. But Gil is not trying to throw a complete game, so we can take as many pitches, throw as many pitches as we want, really. We just need the best 3 innings he's ever thrown. El Bombi down the line. I didn't even see the ball when he left it there. I thought for a second it might be like sitting on the line, but it wasn't. I just couldn't see the baseball. Looks like no funny business at second base. 2 down. If you said his name correctly, I'm sure he would have done better. Whose name? Luis? Is it Gil? Oh. He's going to third. Pops out to right. Turned on it, but missed it somehow. I feel like I've never seen anybody use a Palmero card. Oh my god. Who's in right field? It's Willie McCovey, that's why. I thought that was an out off the bat for sure. But Willie McCovey in right field. That's what the DH spot is for, my friends. Get lucky on a check swing there. Take my first pitch of my career out of the zone. That's what I've been looking for this whole time. Is Brian Reynolds actually playing center field or is he in left? Trying to figure out where Beltran is. No way. Brian's in left? Okay. Noise? Oh, he dove too early. That would have been an out, probably. I think that was definitely playable. And Devers gets into second base. That's a precision ring swing if I've ever seen one. feel like it's so hard to hit that pitch and not drop your PCI if you don't use precision rings. Am I right? That one I was just looking for a sinker. That time I got the sinker and dropped it anyway. Love it. All right, time for Darian to take the mound. I'll pull my controller down so he can strike everybody out. Didn't let me preload my throw. Cool. Classic Zach bunt. And whatever the center fielder did, yeah. And I think that was a different center fielder from the first time. The center fielder must have thought he was also playing the infield, which made sense for that play. But the play where they dove and missed my catch that resulted in our run, that one just seemed like they were trying to showboat and messed up. Double play ball for Zach. Got them both. Easy peasy. What's up, Jackie? I mean, Dan. I said Jackie because Jackie replied to Dan's message. Done with the high school, but still can't play on weeknights. Wait, really? What are you doing on weeknights then? What are you allowed to do on weeknights? Read? Unlike my dive last week. Is your dive going to be the new Trevor Story Dan dive? Maybe. When he knocks it down, this one's going to be safe at first. Let's see if they do anything funky. Oh, my guy almost came in from center field. Plays at third. No play. Doom scrolling. Sounds way more productive than playing video games. Sag. Oh, you're still in China, really? Having a neutral time. Is it neutral and declining? Like, have you now hit your break even point and it's declining, or it's like kind of up and down? Jammed him again, like the fifth at bat in a row, and finally we get the outs. Haven't changed out of your pajamas all day. That's fun. You haven't had a single good night of sleep? That sucks. Were you having good sleep before you went to China? I hate when that happens. When you're like, you like finally get in a good routine of something. Is that a home run? This game is... Wow. Okay. All right. I hate when you get in a good routine and then you have to like go on a trip or something out of your control kind of changes your routine and it's so hard to get back into it. Man. That's Cedric Mullins. That was Ramon. That was all Ramon. Let's be honest. Cedric Mullins had nothing to do with that swing. I must know the story behind this. Yeah. I have no idea. It's either the air, my chronically stuffy nose, me missing a weighted blanket, or all three. Dang. Yeah, I sleep 10 times better now that I do like a nasal spray every day before bed. And I have a air quality monitor. Those two things have improved my sleep by like 7,000%. Do weighted blankets work? I feel like everybody that tries them likes them, but I've never tried it because I don't think I would like it. Like, I don't like anything on me when I sleep. I can't even put like my own hand on my chest while I sleep. I get like claustrophobic. Air quality hasn't been that caricaturely bad in China. Okay. Hey, yo. All right, I'm going to look for a four seam fastball. So they keep throwing me the four seam, and I'm looking for a sinker. Biggest brain. Biggest brain is just a little slow. Oh, gets in front of the tag. Catcher almost came back and got there, too. Why they still have Dustin May in the game, who knows? But get a couple more runs off of him. Supercharged Devers is so good. Holy launch angle. I have not seen. Actually, I did see the supercharged Devers somewhere, but I didn't really pay attention. Is he better than his diamond card? Actually, he went diamond last week too, didn't he? Or is he still gold? I'm lost. I shouldn't even ask these questions anymore. I'm a casual. I should just accept it. It's funny because I tried to get back into the game when this year started. It's not different enough. They did add back a lot of the things that we liked over the last 5 years, but still too much of the game is the same. So Devers was a silver that went gold. Did he go down to silver? Because he was gold to start the year, right? I think that's what happened. That's probably why I got confused. Slicing and dicing with Roger Clemens. Get the strikeout looking on the corner. What a pitch. Best card in the lineup right here. Evan Carter. It's like 83, 179. Picked it up recently. Gotcha. Did they ever put him back at first base? Actually, Bregman got injured too, right? So are they putting him back at third? Uh-oh. That's a Brian Reynolds play for you. Called up Marcelo Mayer. Is he playing third? Or is he playing short? And then who took over first base then? They're not having some good luck with the injuries. And it's almost funny that they just happen to be the two positions that Devers could have played if he had to. 0 for 20 the last time he checked was close to 300. Dang. Abraham Toro and Nick Sogard at first base. Wow. I didn't realize Toro was on the Red Sox. See if he dives again. Not this time. I'm just glad I got off the schneid and hit a home run last at bat, or double, whatever it was. I think it was a double. But now I got to keep it going. That should get over his head. It was a nice backspin swing. Bottom of the wall there. They have Garcia in center field. They have absolutely zero speed in the outfield. The Devers' first third base saga is actually crazy, though, right? I feel like it's crazy, but then also it sounded like their interpreter was doing like a really bad job or something. People were saying like they were watching his interview in Spanish or whatever. And it wasn't actually like the stuff that we saw in the media wasn't actually exactly what he said. So I am curious, like, how much of that part is actually true, or if it's just poorly translated. It is funny that he called out. He did call out the GM by name or something. So it's like, yeah, it's this guy's decision, and I don't like it. Now here we are. But I don't know if I've ever heard someone do that. Literally, a player calling out the GM for pretty much any reason. It's making bets like Ipe. At this point, we don't know which one's worse. All right, 112. Let's see if we can get a double play out of Pizza Man. If I throw a slider or a splitter, I have to get it off the plate. If it catches any kind of plate, it's a home run. Let's test the theory. Fastball down the middle does not hop. I thought that was going to one hop for a second. Ball supercharged today too. Probably pretty good. Trying to take second base, and he's going to actually take home. Probably would have scored even if he wasn't running, but not a horrible pitch. Just needed to be not perfectly down the middle. I think it would have been a ground ball. I'm pretty sure I aimed for exactly that spot, so can't blame the game for that one, but sometimes you just want to. Oh, he hasn't used his Beltron too much. Or are those my stats? Or those are probably Zach's stats, right? Whoever the captain is, their stats show up. Gets the job done in the 500s, fair. Good stuff, but he has a bad release in the game, so not very good to use. Trying to think of if we had any Screwball cards that I've used before. I don't think so. Angels fan has paused. Are they going to friendly quit cheese us? What's going on here? What is happening? We got 0 seconds left. They're bringing in John Donaldson. All right. How about that? I guess not. We got close, though. Zach's going to force him to play. And a walk. All right. If you face somebody that knows his release, it's hard. But that's like 3% of the player base. Gotcha. Oh, boy. Brian Roberts against the lefty. It was almost off the scoreboard. 502. Really is Zeus. Doesn't matter what side. Oops. Talking about Terrace Skubal. And if we're talking about Zeus, we're talking about Brian Roberts. Lefty and righty. My hand slipped. Don't let it happen again. 7-2 now. And here come our lefties. They probably should have taken out. Well, we got a switch hitter here, but they probably should have taken out Dustin May much earlier. Roberts is top 5 in the game. That program is must complete. I don't even know if I know which program he's from. 99, Brian Roberts, always cracked. Well, that's the crazy part. It's not even a 99, right? Jason Dominguez is so good. He took Manny Ramirez's spot. Is there a new Jason Dominguez? Or is it that same, like, 85 or whatever? Spotlight one? Devers is 1 for 3. I thought he was like 3 for 3 with this guy. Certainly feels like it. Got a check swing on that? We'll take it. Oh, I think that's what happened last time too, right? He like hit a crazy launch angle to center field. Trying to do a showboat dive with Whitley Stargell is crazy. I don't know how he made it happen. I thought he was going to take like 4 minutes to get up from the ground after he dove. And it didn't work out for him the first time, I'll tell you that much. With Adolis Garcia on center field for some reason. Zach's booting the ball at third. Darn. And that's why Devers doesn't play third base anymore. Devers is banned. You sound like the Red Sox GM. He had the ball and dropped because of it. And the ball dropped because of it. Oh, that's what happened in the first inning or second inning, whatever. I'm very surprised he tried it again. Hopefully they try it again. And we can make him pay again. Use Beltray at third and DH Devers. Yeah, DH Devers definitely the move. But there's so many cards because of the moonshot. So many cards that you just have to DH. If only you could have a whole field of DHs. Right field has a noodle arm. Probably Evan Carter. And don't forget we have a... Oh, let's see if Evan Carter has the wheels, though. Do have Randy Johnson available. So the one thing that they've hit all game has been the low and in off the plate pitch. Actually, no, wait. Zach hit the home run on that pitch. Disregard. They do have 10 hits. But we have Evan Carter. On my screen, it looked like he was early on it. No longer supercharged, and JD Martinez goes back there. The Lightning, Corbin Carroll's very good. Stinky lefty, though. He's better than I thought he was going to be lefty, to be honest. Well, he's got like 90, 80 against lefties. Save. For the one out, we take third base. Oh, he's got 65 against lefties? Okay, that's not that good. I thought he had like 90, 80 or something. And the extra base gets us a run, and the bobble gets us first base. Their defense is actually the worst I've ever seen. That actually might be not an exaggeration. They have Baez at shortstop, though. Just trying to do a job there, and you sure did, and you got rewarded for it. You got paid. Oh for 3, but a walk. And a little single on us. Pitch that probably could have been a one hopper to third. Get your PCI there early, you get rewarded. Two outs, not looking to take the extra base. See if he boots it again. Throws it away. Oh, he does. He messes it up again. This is the worst defensive performance in MLB The Show history. That's actually crazy. That could be called a strike if they wanted. They just didn't want it enough. Dan with his hefty words of encouragement. So far, they're working. Palvero versus lefties is trash. You strike out, you're bad. Pain. Let's see how they mess this one up. Almost. They tried. They really tried. Sounds like they need to do what the Blue Jays do and make their entire lineup dog poop at hitting and defensively strong. I think so too. I am agree. I've tried to do 15 hits. Let's go. 3 errors as well. So we've had like probably 20 base runners at this point. The prophecy came true. Rip. Time for Zach to retire, I guess. And I'm right behind him. Sounds good, Dan. Enjoy. It's only like my second play on the infield, but I guess I only play the infield 3 times during the game. That kind of makes sense. People just be striking out sometimes. Pulled off of the slider. Not what you want to do with Piazza, because that's the only pitch he can hit. Well, off speed low and in too. The year that there were immortals, MLB 18, there was that Piazza card that you could use that was pretty good before you got the immortal. And I would just hit like the only home runs I would hit with them were like sliders to right center. And it was hard to hit opposite field that year because the PCI was funky. So you would get whenever you had like a late swing, even if it was a good timing, but a pitch away, pretty much anything away would be considered late. And if it was late, your PCI would drop by itself by a lot. So you would basically whiff pitches if you don't like compensate ahead of time. Like you have to swing on top of the ball to hit it oppo. What's up, Matt? Well, welcome, sir. Trying the high off speed once again and pays off this time. High curveball, actually. Chesapeake gets it done. I guess I gotta look four seam again. Guess I gotta look slider. Both pitches down the middle. Our RNG has not worked in Devers' favor today. 2 flyouts on pitches that he squared up. And error. Playing on GOAT yet? No, sir. I'm going backwards. If I was to play ranked right now, I think I would be on, not veteran, but definitely all-star. I dropped down to 450. And then this game is on Huoff. Seems like they keep nerfing GOAT difficulty, though. Every time I see a patch, it's like increased PCI size. Swing and a miss. Evan Carter has the Rafael Palmeiro attributes, but what he doesn't have is the swing. He has the Evan Carter swing, which is much better. So he can pop off against lefties. Tired of being early and off. Can we get a young Randy Johnson into game? And yet all content creators are advocating for is complete removal. Seems like it makes the most sense. GOAT difficulty, I think, was not necessary because they made the other changes that they needed to make. We talked about this earlier, and it's like GOAT difficulty was there because of 2 high scoring games from the very, very top players. Literally, we're only talking about like the top 20 players, probably not even the top 50. GOAT difficulty was only there because of them scoring like 20 plus runs on Legend. But people were only scoring 20 plus runs on Legend because of the ballparks. And they more or less fixed the ballparks on average. And then also making people play on GOAT doesn't make any sense. This should be easier. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm probably, I haven't played any games online on GOAT, and I'm not really interested in it. And I would probably be on board with them removing it. I've also heard it's not fun to watch either because people are just striking out, and I already got that feeling from Legend, like watching people play Legend, and even playing Legend sometimes, if the connection's bad or whatever. It already felt like it was just a strikeout fest. Pop out to center, and we get one more set of at-bats for us. Let's see what we can do. Let's get the dub so Darian can go get his FIFA dub. I feel like I've been so locked in on the wrong pitches all game. When I really see the ball all the way, then it turns out to be a different pitch. Now I'm just trying not to get beat by a four seam because I've been beat on four seams all game. No. Just missed it. Barry. Salas is going to get this one in the gap, so I should have another opportunity unless Zach gets into a double play and sells. Should have another opportunity for another hit, another run. See if we can get to 20 hits on the game. Cedric Mullins with a homer in this game. It's 3 for 5. I think he also has like 2 seeing eye singles. All right, opportunity with Carlos Beltran. He got a single last time. Had a walk with him earlier. The at-bat number, well, plate appearance number 6. And J Ram's going to make the play. Same pitch I got a hit on last time. Somehow. I got a hit on it, and I lifted it over to the third baseman somehow. Randy Johnson continuing on to close it out. Should be able to get a 3-inning save here. I think it's 3 innings. I think he's pitching 3 innings. It might be 2, actually, because I think Zach pitched with Clemens for another extra inning. Oh, fastball sounds good. Shut him down. It is interesting that every time I come back on the game, the market hasn't really shifted that much for these chase cards. Devers and Reynolds and Randy Johnson, there's still multiple hundreds of thousands. Well, I think last time Reynolds did finally drop a little bit, but these guys are still pretty expensive. And strike 3. Willie McCovey. Can't take the bat off his shoulders. Couldn't possibly expect, 5 fastballs in a row. J-Ram did not either. After all that, Zach's trying to get the showboat redemption as well. Or revenge, I should say. GG's, boys. We got 16 hits, 8 runs. Salas was 4 for 5. Didn't realize that. Zach goes up 50 points. Those guys were 837. GG's, man. Good luck with your game. Thanks for hopping in. Let's see who else we got in here. I'm going to try to play 2 more games today. We got 3 multiplayer program cards. Anybody else want to play who has not played co-op yet? I'm going to give it 30 seconds, and then after that, Greg, if you're ready, we can get you in if nobody else is in. 4 for 5. Why is he better than Devers? Honestly, valid. Maybe I'll just bring him in with one of my slots next time. This is a Grady Sizemore prototype without the defense. Who's the card I said was cheap? Brian Dozier. Kind of want to try him. Let's do it. Springer's a pretty decent right fielder. So a center fielder card. He does have right field secondary at least. We got a lot of missions done there somehow. Moonshot program. I don't even have the moonshot cards. And it probably wasn't even me doing it. It was probably like Darian and Zach's home runs. That's doing the missions for me. Is the third inning ending soon? Might not be able to talk. No worries. All right, we get a Joey Bart card. Historically, I've hit pretty well with Joey Bart cards. Guess we'll hang on to him. Next time I'll get warmed up, do some real damage with the boys. Sounds good. Me too. And we get a 2-run hater. Incredible. All right, I think we're good to put Greg in the lineup today. I'm going to go ahead and send. I'll open it up again. Whoever wants to be closer. Still no Discord call. And all the way to the bottom. No, I'm not live. Okay, sounds good. And Zakadak. You use the bathroom? Sounds good. I should have checked the program. Let me just go on the show website and see what their calendar looks like so I don't back out of the invite here. Okay, schedule is multiplayer program missions drop 3 was yesterday. Double XP weekend or double XP week. It says week, but it starts on 5:30, so I think that's the weekend. Maybe it's a whole week starting on the weekend. New program is on 5:30. May Spotlight drop is May 30th. So a lot of stuff coming this Friday. This is the show live at 11 a.m. Pacific time, but that's next week. So it looks like there isn't anything for this Friday, stream-wise. But they do have a lot of stuff coming out. And I'm just interested in getting some more reps on Arena, Breakout, whatever it's called, Infinite. The White Sox scored runs today. That's crazy. And away we go. Okay, you wanted Angels, Blue Jays, and who else? Rays? See who we got. Got a Philly. Oh man, I want to try the Brian Dozier card. Greg experimenting with the rate. How many top-ends play at Red Rocks? 50 million. I get Dozier in the market. He's only like 20K. Rate feature to change the OBS dock. Interesting. Oh, I see what you're saying. So the chat pops up there. Ah, big brain. You can also, I don't know if it solves whatever issue you're having, but you can also pop out your chat from Twitch. I don't know if that's exactly what you were trying to solve. Blue Jays, Angels, and A's. Okay, maybe Ricky Henderson then. Blue Jays, Angels, and A's. Start Ricky. Unfortunately, these guys do not have good cards that I have. Might have to go back to Mr. Jose Bautista. Live series Wyatt Langford, probably not worth using. Multiplayer program stuff, so I need Piazza and Palmera. Fair enough. We got Jacob Wilson. I think I'm just going to go to... I'm going to go to Bautista. We can play him at first, or we can play him at DH, whatever works. This is an Astros card. Let's see what kind of pitching we have. Blue Jays, Angels, A's. I have 2 Joe Ryan cards. Sorry, man. I don't have any of these. So we're just going to go to Randy Johnson. And then bullpen-wise, did I just get Josh Hader after last game? I think I got this guy after last game. I don't recognize any of these people. Who are you people? Angels, A's, Blue Jays. All right. We got Kenley Jansen. And away we go. Bring Napoli and we can DH him. Sure. I mean, we could put Bautista at first. Well, Palmero. I mean, we could put Bautista in right field. Whatever works. But those are my only like A's, Blue Jays, Angels cards. So that's up to you. Just hitters. Okay, I'll swap. Go to Ottavino maybe. And we are ready to go. All right, leadoff man, Ricky Henderson, sure. Greg, who was batting second? I think Zach was batting second. So we're gonna go Palmero. They put Napoli DH. Right field Bautista. Don't love that, but that's where we is. I like this Charleston card. Does he play third base? Plays center for sure. We're just gonna hope he plays third, and we'll change it later if we need to. Carter's in center. Sure, why not? But did I get the other ones right? I don't think I did. Oops. I forgot to go back and fix the middle of the lineup, so everybody's getting the wrong hitters, but we do get Clemens. I'm content with doing that repeatable conquest. Ain't no way I'm using angel pitchers online. Smart. Let's just make these guys quit real quick, and then we can go and fix the lineup for the next game. My bad. I got so caught up trying to find a spot for Oscar Charleston in the lineup that I forgot we had other players on the team. Fired? Yeah, fair. The manager has one job, to put the right people in the lineup. Couldn't even do that. Got leadoff man Carlos Beltran. I feel like when you have I don't know. It's probably on purpose. I was going to say if you have like a 99 overall card to start the year, they should just throw us like a 91. But they probably don't want any competition for this card. So you don't have people saying, oh, I'll just play with the 91 Beltron, not spend money to get 99. TLR type management, honestly. That's what I get for watching him so intently for the last few years. The way they're playing, it's like he's almost still on the team. Why he ever chose to come out of retirement to do what he did, mystify me. Seemed like he just thought it was going to be freebie. That's what I gathered. Is like the White Sox were up and up the previous couple of years, and I think him and Jerry Reinsdorf, he did it as a favor to Jerry Reinsdorf as well. Like Jerry wanted to make it up to TLR for his GM firing him a long time ago. But so there was a little bit of that. And then I think he thought that he could just show up, have an easy time, and then the team would just be so talented that they would just win and he wouldn't have to do anything. I'm bored and want money. Boredom was 100% part of it, probably. That's what I keep hearing too. When people are retiring, you got family members retiring, and then they're just like, oh, well, I went. They give it like 2 months and then they go back to work. Because they don't know what else to do. OKC, are they playing right now? Did they win? 26-9, dang. 9 points in the first quarter. Rudy Gobert is the top performer with 0 points. That's what this app says. They're for 3 for 20 and a quarter is insane. Buzzer beater 3. That's wild. Greg is paused. And we are running out of pause time. Anthony Edwards has 6 points. And Randall has 3. Yo, Lawbanger with the raid. How perfect is it that Lawbanger raids and Jose Ramirez is up to bat? But it's against us, so hopefully he doesn't bring his Jose Ramirez powers. They have more free throws made than threes. 2 free throws made and 1 3. I feel like that's not like super, super, super crazy. But when you think about it, it's like, yeah, that probably never happens. Banger's one true love. Ope. Extremely bad lately, so we're ending after a mediocre game. Was it a mediocre game that you still won, though? That's what it sounds like to me. On the ground to the shortstop. Made him back up a little bit, but still out. That was a pretty good swing, actually. 6-2 ranked, but it was at Costco. 6-2. Oh, wow. Are we on All-Star? Let's find out. That looks like Hall of Fame to me. We don't have much time in the pause menu. This game is on All-Star. If you guys haven't followed Lawbanger, click that link, drop a follow. I forgot how to do the actual command from Twitch since I'm not a real streamer anymore. But make sure you follow Lawbanger if you guys haven't already. Hope it was a good time, though. As long as you get the dub, it's probably smart to end it when you're not feeling it. I don't like the White Sox. The best team in the league? How could you not? Your new favorite team? I don't know if you've played it at all, Law, but Stadium on Overwatch is actually super fun. Vibing and chit chat, and we got to figure the swing out. Gotcha. Have you not been playing lately? This is my first games in about 2 weeks. That's why I play co-op when I come back. So I only account for 1/3 of the swings. I'm pretty bad with Mike Napoli cards, so let's see what we're about to do here. I accidentally forgot to change our lineup for the co-op. So I am using the wrong cards. Played a lot this weekend, but was trash. Seeing the mode, it does look enjoyable. It's cool if you got characters in there. And as a support player, you have like... You do have Ana in there. I'm trying to think of who else. Kiri's in there. So it's like if you have your characters, if you have the characters that you like to play in the mode, then it's super fun. And if you're someone who like, I don't know, mains Hanzo or somebody who's not in the mode, then I can't imagine it being super fun. But it's cool. It's nice to be able to like build your character and like play a character that usually gets dominated by, let's say, Genji. And I would just be playing Ashe, but you can build up your Ashe to counter the Genji, or at least like fight him off and stuff. So that makes it super fun. May give it a dabble. Noise. That's what I like to hear. Ooh, he got a really bad jump, it seemed like, but then he almost closed it out. It's Evan Carter in center field. Record for losses in jeopardy after just one season. It's how irrelevant they are. Even having one of their fans as Pope can't save them. That went a different direction, I thought, but it would have been... It is funny that like they're so irrelevant that they can't even keep a record for the worst thing for more than a season. I think that actually is hilarious. Good life, still life and goodly? Yeah. Just busy as usual. But lately got a chance, like this last weekend, I got a decent chance to relax, which is nice. Unlock Scott Rowland, Santana, and I could buy anyone I want, but I haven't played ranked in a month. Have you been flipping? Or do you have new secrets? Alex Caruso just fouled and went to the floor, did 3 push-ups before getting up. Wow. What a Chad. We were just looking at the score, I think, right before you came in. Let's see if the Timberwolves are in double digits yet. That looked funky. Oh, they are. Wow. Good for them. I opened up the app. Let's see if we can rob this. I think we can do it. He didn't really leave the ground, I think. He just kind of like jumped his legs up and his glove stayed in the same spot, but we'll take it. But yeah, the app says Rudy Gobert is the top performer for the Timberwolves with 0 points. Just great stuff. What is it, a 3-1 series lead? Is this match point? Or is it 2-1? I think Indiana's up 3-1. Thunder's up 3-1. Wow. Had a homer get quote-unquote robbed by the guy jumping and it bouncing off of his back and staying in play. Love it. Just what you want to see. One of my favorite plays in the history of MLB is when Marcell Ozuna jumped onto the fence and just like sat there for like 2 seconds, and then the ball landed like 10 feet in front of the fence and he just falls off the fence. I think that's like one of the funniest plays of all time. Because it's not even like a play where he gets there and then he jumps and then it happens. He gets on the fence and he just sits on the fence for like 2 seconds. Everything about it is so funny. So far, it's scoreless through 2. Thought I saw the pitch all the way with Carter, but didn't turn on it. I also went back and played Apex for one day. I downloaded the whole game, played like 2 games of arenas, and then quit. And I went back to Stadium. It's just hard. It was cool. It was nice to be back, but that game's just hard. 36-14. I don't know. It's only a 20-point lead, and I feel like every game in the Eastern Conference Finals has been a 20-point like blown lead or something. I haven't watched any of the games since the first round, but just getting the alerts and stuff. 22. Yes. What why did it give me the shortstop? I was like, because Oscar Charleston probably can't play third base. That's probably why. First and right field. Does Bautista play third in this card? He does. All right, we're going to put him at third. There we go. That works out actually better. I've never seen that actually. I've never seen a foul ball to third base default to the shortstop. That was crazy. High fastball. Strike 2. Right by him. Has anybody ran into any cheaters in this game yet? You see them all over the place at like the top of the leaderboard, and you see them in Challenge of the Week. And I did play a decent number of games the first like month that this game came out. I don't think I ran into any cheaters. There was one game which I did stream that I thought the guy was cheating because he like hit perfect on like every 4-seam fastball that I threw. Not exaggerating. Maybe not perfect, but he squared up and hit like home runs on pretty much every 4-seam fastball I threw. But he couldn't hit anything else, and I almost won that game. So that's the only person that I thought maybe was cheating in the moment, but like going back through it, I went back through like the swing history and all that, and I decided I didn't think he was cheating. But other than that, nobody's been even like remotely seeming like they cheated. But it's all over the leaderboard, so I don't know. Is it just easier to cheat in this game? As in, like, you get way more rewarded for cheating in this game than some other games? That can't be true. there are certain games where like you can still beat cheaters. And I want to say this is one of them because you have like the plate discipline component. Even if you have like, even if you can square up every pitch in the zone, if you swing at pitches out of the zone, you'll still lose. So I don't know. But like someone with even like an ounce of plate discipline that gets like free PCI and even timing probably. I don't know if there's anything that cheats for you timing wise. Probably. But if you have those two down, even just a little bit of plate discipline, you're going to win every time. If anybody's cheating, they're probably not playing me. Yeah. I guess the way the rank system works too is that if you are cheating, once you get through that first season, you're probably not seeing them again. They're just all up there at the top of the leaderboard. And I guess there's ways to like match up with yourself too. So on top of like actually cheating in the game, they're probably matching up with each other and getting like free wins. Ricky Henderson's swing feels very good. I'm just swinging at everything. Should have been looking for a fastball then. That night didn't play at all during the second drop? Oh, really? Were you just grinding your team? Or like you weren't playing at all? All right, back to my turn. Roger Clemens. No multiplayer. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I got to World Series last season. I think first season, I think we got to World Series in co-op. Last season, I think we got in within one game and then didn't end up getting there. But I think I only really played on stream. Ooh, it's a little bit of a piece. Clemens is probably going to come out of the game after this inning. Those are always interesting when it's a pitch in the zone and they turn on it, but they don't square it up somehow. On a pitch, they probably just had to jam the PCI on. Maybe they just like left the PCI down the middle or something. Here's that Dozier card. He's got quite the batting stance. There was one year where you could get people to swing at that pitch a lot. I wonder if it's back in fashion. 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes. Quick inning for Clemens. Maybe he'll get another inning. We'll see what I think Greg is batting second. I forget. No, Zach is batting second. See what Zach wants to do him next time. You want to pitch with him, Zach? He's at oh, this could drop. He's at like 65 pitches, I think. So let me know if you want a different pitcher. Man. Got it, turned on it, and got on top of it. Nah. Maybe he's going for the complete game. That ball's just a little bit foul. No runs on All-Star so far. Randy Johnson is at 44 pitches through almost 4 innings. Not ideal. $48.20. The lead grows. Staying alive. And a good pitch away. First up is Jorge Posada. So he's going to face the bottom of the order here with Roger Clemens. Oh. Guess he didn't want it. That was me last game, though. I kept looking for the sinker, and then I would get that pitch, and I would miss it. That's why the sinker's so good. Not only is it like the pitch itself is hard to hit, but then it makes it hard to hit other pitches. I picked Clemens to get the Red Sox Color Storm card through the pitching missions. It's one way to do it. Maybe the only good way to do it. Nicholas Kurtz. I haven't seen this guy in a minute. Still going strong. He's in the majors now, right? Or is he still in the minors? Is Soderstrom still good? Let's go find out. You hit him? My boy Nicholas? All right, roster. Last time I saw Soderstrom, he had like 11 home runs. And right now he has 10 home runs. So clearly that was a lie. Maybe the number was 9 home runs since he played. Like when he played the White Sox, he hit his 9th home run. That must be it. Now he's at 10 home runs. But still having a decent season. I guess the power fell off a little bit. He sneezed mid pitch. Entered at 1626. Once I hit 2,500, I got him. Nice. Who's the Red Sox card for Color Storm? Check swing, but called a strike. I thought it was valid. Just foul. I mean, it went way foul, but it looked like he was on it. Is what I mean. Yoshida, okay. I did see that card. No defense on that card. One of many DHs available now. So many DH cards in the game. It's like not even competitive. It's like maybe you can consider like a really, really good hitter with 60 fielding to put him at first base. But they're putting out cards that are like 50, 55 fielding with no speed for the outfielders. Kind of crazy. Well, these two guys, Zach and Greg, definitely timed up their pitches. Just missed it by a little bit. Pretty decent swings. And let me know if you need another pitcher. If Clemens can get through this and we take get a couple runs, take the lead, then he's a pretty good shot of his PXP once he gets the win. All right, I got you for the double play right here. Still got you. Oh, it was an opposite field bomb. It's only 424, but it looked like way out there. I'll let him keep working on his mission. Fan caught it, really? I didn't know there's anybody out there. Banana ball rules, yeah, exactly. Does banana ball rules still count for a homer or just a foul ball? I think Law said he went to a banana ball game last week. I'm a little jelly. People have been hating on banana ball recently. Apparently, that's the new cool thing to do. I will say, I don't think, like, I've tried to watch a couple Globetrotter games, and they haven't been that interesting. But I feel like bananas would be fun. I feel like banana ball fits a little bit better almost. I'm not sure. What's up, Flatwoods? Co-op's good. We are, I think, 1-0 so far today. Am I hitting well? No. Are we winning this game so far? No. Are we having fun? Baseball. Probably didn't get a meter on that one. Okay. In an effort to get Clemens through this inning, we are in big danger. 90 pitches as well, so he's probably a red energy or so. Trying to limp across the finish line through 6 innings. Get his quality start. Taking a huge lead off. Doesn't matter. Strike 3. Got him. The day is done finally for Roger Clemens. How are you doing, Flatwoods? What's new, man? Stays inside. Grinding TA Color Blast. How you liking the program? I just wish the captains were compatible with the first series captains. That would have been cool for me. Card art looks fun. Best one so far. Interesting. Very interesting. You might be the first person I've heard to have a positive positive outlook on it. And that was a dot from Randy Johnson on the corner. Palmero trying to get it over the left fielder, does not. All right, his day is done. We are going to Randy because I'm a hater. And I don't want them to succeed. We're only down 3. I forgot I was pitching. I think my controller is either glitching or something weird is happening. Dustin May is on your screen. I also can't throw pitches anymore. Love it. Oh, yeah, I did see this glitch. But it looked like opponents were like kind of able to induce this glitch. I'm not sure. I think I saw people like bunting or something to try to induce this, but I literally can't throw strikes. Let me actually go. Let me see if I can change my pitching interface. See if it's just a pinpoint problem. Sounds good. Thanks, Flatwoods. Good to see you, man. Nope. Looks like a game issue. And the way they were leading off and stuff, it makes me feel like they were trying to do something on purpose. But who knows? What picture is supposed to be on my screen, Randy Johnson? Feels like. But yeah, it's definitely not. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there you go. That one, even down the middle, is a ball. So cool. I mean, we can report them. I don't know. I haven't played enough to know if this is an exploit or if it's just something went wrong with the game, and here we are. Anybody have any insight? Because I have a feeling it's not going to happen for us, right? Like, we're not going to get the benefit of this, I assume. Might want to pull him. Okay, let me see if that works. Well, I don't want to put Dustin May in because if you're seeing Dustin May, then I assume putting in Dustin May would just break it more. That one, I think it worked. Oh, that was ball four. I think that works. I'm going to go back to pinpoint. Okay, we have 25 seconds left of pause time. Now you see Adam Ottavina. Okay. Well, good call to pull him before it got too late. And now we have a double play opportunity. 66 speed is not going to get him, but at least get the run or get the out at least. That was a good pitch. And let's see what they try to do here. Good play. That's fine. That's the right play. All right. After all that, only one run scores. We'll take it. Let's go score 8. We got Ben Joyce. Primary four seam. Does have a sinker, but it looks like that's not an outlier sinker, probably. Which is interesting. I think his sinker, I think he does throw a sinker 102. Or at least he used to. We're just going to blame this on the fact that none of us get to use the players we picked. Randy Johnson. I didn't feel like I was late on any of those pitches. But that's Mike Napoli for you. I can never hit with him. Up the middle for Kyron Paris. Get an opportunity here for the 6-hitter. We are running. We are safe at second base. It was too early, but it passed through the green. It was a weird looking feedback on my end, at least. That was a home run feedback on my screen. Go to the bottom of the eighth. Ottavino only has 7 pitches, but we got plenty of options. I guess we have to avoid Dustin May because whatever happened between Dustin May and Randy Johnson, I don't want to risk another episode. Place that first from Greg. Slow speed at third base. I'm going to go halfway. We'll go corners in. I don't really want this run to score. And if he gets on base, we'll play for the double play. All right, on strike 3. Nicely done. You guys been swinging at everything this game. We could consider another pitcher here. Definitely if Larkin gets on. Two strikes on the cutter away. It's a nasty pitch from Ottavino. I thought it was going to be a sinker for sure. Trying to go up and in. That one hung a little bit, but Barry Larkin doesn't usually punish that one. Oscar Charleston moonwalks to the ball, and we need runs. Starting with Evan Carter. All right, he starts it off. Gets on base against the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. He might not even have outlier then. Let's find out. Well, apparently he has outlier 1 and 2. For a second, it looked like he didn't have it on either. 65-32 at the half thing. I'm not stealing. I'm just messing around. Getting in his head for you. Stay and put it first. Not even gonna tease him any amount because that throw right there, he throws it into the bag. Not good. I thought that would hit him. Slider at the knees. Good take. Full count. And swing and a miss. How long has Gagne had a slurve? Does he use slider and a curve? Slider and a slurve? Well, this card doesn't have like an actual curveball. And the splitter low out of the zone. Good pitch. Could we bring Chapman in the 9th? Yeah. I was trying to press Chapman. I should have told Greg that it's actually a glitch and Chapman's actually in the game, but nope. Apparently, I can't press any buttons. I can't hit properly, and I can't hit the menu buttons properly. Just elite baseball today. Hopefully, I have the stamina to go a whole additional game. And hopefully, the next team quits against us after we hit 6 home runs. Okay, more runs, part 2. Any runs, in fact. Hopefully, we score 4, and then we get to bring in Chapman for Greg, and then in the 10th. That would be the ideal situation. Hmm. Instead of 3-1, we got 2-2. Hard hit. Nicholas can't backhand it properly, but knocks it down, makes the play. Good swing, though. This game was lost in the menus. That's crazy. I think I made, well, the the Brandy Johnson Dustin May thing was just funny. Not my fault, but the other two were my fault. I'll try to do a better job in the menus next game. Swinging and missing that pitch. Okay, well, hopefully our pitchers got some PXP. Clemens did get or not complete game, but quality start. That's something. Think you're done? Fair. All right, these are all the cards I got last game, but they just didn't show up. Like all the missions showed up, but the cards in the packs didn't show up. All right, are you trying to play another one, Greg, or anybody else trying to play? I'm gonna be back in a minute. And we'll see if we're playing one more or not. All right, Greg can do another. Let's see if we can get a nice little mercy rule. Let me check my calendar. See what the next few weeks look like. So I think as soon as my PS Plus is done, I'm just gonna let it expire. We're gonna play some Road to the Show probably. Where'd Bautista go? There he is. All right. Okay, so calendar. Next week, I should be able to stream, but I have something for work coming up that's not supposed to be on Wednesday, but if it is on Wednesday, I'll have to do that. The weekend, I'll be unavailable. Then we have the 11th and 18th. The day after the 18th, I have to fly out, but I think that should still be fine. So hopefully I'll stream then. The 25th, after the 25th, I have to move, so I don't know if I'm going to be streaming for a bit after that. We'll see. I should be able to do probably one more co-op stream. But maybe we'll do regular ranked. We'll see. One final ranked run. And let's see who's picking first, third. Difficult decision, apparently. Switching up to Palmero. Don Baylor. Here we go. All right. And finally, we have some opportunities for more lefties for once. DH Don Baylor. All right, he could hit behind a lefty, I think. Put him there. No, we'll just stick with that. Baylor and Palmero. Carter, Larkin, Gordon. Let's do this again. Charleston. I want to hit with Charleston. We're going to put him at third. I want to put Charleston as my number. No, we'll just leave it at that. A lot of righties at the top, but whatever. It'd be a lot better if players set the lineup before looking for the opponent. The crazy part is like that was already true for regular ranked, solo ranked. That's already been true for like the last 5 or 10 years, and one of the biggest exploits, not biggest, but one of the most obvious things is to like listen for or like have the input lag on your menu to see if you're home or away. There's like so many reasons why you should set the lineup before looking for an opponent and even pick your pitcher before finding an opponent. There's so many reasons why that should be the case. And for some reason, for the last 5, 10 years, that has never changed. And I don't know why. Like maybe they want people to do those things so you can see if you're home or away. Like maybe they want people to do that, but other than that, like it makes no sense. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. What a name. What the flippin' name? I feel like slowly we've gotten some of those quality of life improvements, but there's always like some other trade off that's like kind of dumb. Like the events lineup thing. One of the reasons why they held off on letting us do a like event reset was now we see, and some people had brought it up earlier, is that like you're just gonna get, let's say, a Randy Johnson. There's just gonna be people resetting their lineup over and over to get the same pitcher, and it makes it a lot easier to do that. That's one of the reasons why events got less fun. Or it wasn't just an event reset; it was also the fact that your event lineup stays the same. When you had to reset your lineup and manually refix your lineup every time you did an event run, it was less incentive to just automatically reset after you lose it or win a game or whatever. You keep reusing the same pitcher. And they finally more or less fixed it. Like they gave us what we wanted because we were asking for that, but then didn't really disincentivize resetting your run intentionally. There's lefty lefty for Corbin Carroll. Dan said he couldn't hit the lefties. He goes opposite fielding as Randy Johnson. Slider low and off the plate, actually. Nice. I have an 8.49 ERA with Randy Johnson. That's crazy. Two seam fastball is basically his changeup. I know he has a splitter, but it's like a 15, 16, 17 mile an hour difference between the fastball and the splitter. So it's almost a little too much. I think this is what the guy did with his first at bat, too. He went 2 strikes and then took full count. That's going to be a walk on a strike. This guy hit a opposite field off speed pitch home run. So I'm going to throw this guy a couple fastballs at least. First time facing this Grandal card. And there we go. Got the pop up. I was going to say, I got to get 2 early strikes on this guy and then just throw a third strike. There you go. And then let's throw strike number 3 in the zone. Call it a day. But now I've thrown so many fastballs this inning. And still I end up with a full count. All right. I don't know. Did I throw, 30 pitches that inning? Not ideal. This primary slider, it is sinker, cutter, circle change. All right, I raised my screen up a little bit. Let's see if that changes everything. Pretty good swing. Some people probably hit that out. Dropping the circle change on the corner. Did you swing? I don't think this Libertor throws super hard, so he looked kind of easy to pick up. Let's see if that results in scoring this game, unlike last game. Tops out at 95. Here's that Brian Dozier. Seems like this card has pretty even splits. Although I feel like in real life, I feel like Brian Dozier had kind of splitty results, I thought. There we go. Moved the screen up and got 2 good swings in a row. Immediately. Tied the game in the bottom of the first. Off the schneid from the last game. And I didn't really produce any runs the previous game either. It was all Zach and Darian. So now I got to hold up my end of the bargain. I can talk now. What up, Matt? Welcome back, sir. What you up to tonight? Got him a whiffing on that pitch. Number 7 hitter, that's the guy who was working the full counts. How's my summer going? It's going. I wish it was warmer. We had like a week of 80, 90 degree weather. Now we're back to like topping out at 70, lows of 50. Traveling, busy. But finally this last weekend, Memorial Day weekend, finally got to relax a little bit. But I'm not traveling next week, but I'm going to be busy next weekend, so I don't know. I'm just hoping to have a little bit of relaxing time before it's time to move. That's all I'm hoping for. Any trips planned? No trips. Just back and forth between Jersey and here. We did our Florida trip in March or April. April, I think. So that was a lot of fun. And then we just have like a bunch of weddings and stuff throughout the rest of the year. I don't like traveling, though. I don't really care for like sightseeing. But my wife has a long list of places she wants to go visit, so we'll be doing that at some point. I think the end of next year, we'll be doing like our actual honeymoon because we only got to do Chicago and New York for our honeymoon so far. But next year, we're hoping at the end of the year we could do something international. So Florida was our only real like trip so far. The only thing that wasn't to visit each other. Good swing. That one's got me. Take the lead. And Evan Carter against the lefty up the middle gets the base hit. You guys went to Japan like a while ago now, right? Are you guys going anywhere else soon? But a year and a half ago, that's what I thought. Japan is on the list for my wife for sure. I already don't like traveling within the United States, but international travel makes me like so not interested. Going to Vegas in September, nice. Someone was saying that Vegas tourism has fallen off recently, but I feel like every other person that I talk about here, hearing about their next trip, they say they're going to Vegas. So I don't know what gives. Let me know if you want me to steal. It's up to you. I don't care. And I don't think these guys have good steal ratings, but if you're comfortable with it, go for it. Oh, that was the pitch. Definitely the pitch. Japan is such a good time that it's worth travel. Do you like traveling? Consider it a small trip. Yeah, that makes sense. You could not pay me to go to Vegas. Good, because you won't be getting paid. Most likely. You don't mind the travel, yeah. Oh. Hung the slider so badly. I didn't think it was going to be such a bad pitch. I respected the pitcher too much. Trying to lock in and get this. Ugh. That swing was out in front of the plate. I made contact with that ball in front of the plate. And it was considered late. The green zone didn't even make sense because it was like... Oh, that was close. The green zone was in a spot that the ball was never going to cross that path, so it didn't make any sense. And the pitch was in the zone, so it's not even like... Shouldn't even be that funky. Carter in center field, lining up to make a play for third. See if we can strand the runner here. Jam him for a pop out. That would be nice. All right, we're going to have an opportunity with Ricky Henderson. Good speed, but they're not even going to attempt it. What do you not like? I just don't like going to new places. And so everything associated with that just feels like anxiety inducing. I don't mind planning. Figuring out logistics is fine for me. I don't mind that. The cost, I do think that the cost is not worth it. I have a hard time justifying the cost in my head. Like in the future, like I would be down to blow money on vacations in retirement. Like if you've saved up properly and now you don't have like other things going on, but there's like 20, 50 other things I would rather do than go travel. And like how much I could get with the amount that I would have to spend on traveling, it doesn't feel worth it to me. If I have to sacrifice, is what I mean. If I have to give something else up to go travel, that doesn't feel good to me. Love geography and culture so much. It's so interesting to go to new places, but that's, of course, different for everyone. Absolutely, yeah. And I think I'm unusual. I think most people like to do that. That's when you get credit cards that give you travel points. Oh boy. Only if you're someone who knows how to use them properly. So many people don't understand how the travel points work. And they're just like, oh yeah, I'm losing $500 of interest a month, but I'm getting $3 of points. Not that that's what most people do, but it seems like too many people do that. Just crazy. But I have a pretty decent card. So I've gotten, I don't know, probably, well, I had like the introductory offer, which got me like a whole year's worth of flights basically for free. And then after that was up, I feel like every 1 in 4 flights ends up being free. Amazing how many people even just use credit cards that have crazy debt on them because of it. Yeah. And now what I do like, well, I think credit card points are going to get cracked down on in the next like 3 years just because of like, I don't know, how much it doesn't make sense in a lot of cases, but the big thing is like the credit card company charges the user, not the user, but the like the store or whoever's accepting the card has to pay the service fee, right? And so now they're making that transparent. Like the stores are making that transparent. So if you use a card, they're saying at the bottom, they're saying, okay, we're adding a 3.75% on top of your cost to cover the credit card fees, right? And I think they did that in a lot of like donations, like online stuff, but now they're doing it in stores too. And so your 3.75% in almost all cases, like you might get 4% at a restaurant or something like that. But almost all cases, you're getting less than 3.75% um, for your points. So you might as well just use a debit card at that point. But because the points are there, and then like at the end of the month, people are like, "Oh, well, now I have a free flight." Oh, sorry, I thought I was a shortstop. I was the shortstop. I'm the shortstop and the outfielder, which makes me confused why they both dove. So they end up with debt and accruing interest, and then they get their little points on top. But if you use it properly, like I don't keep a balance, so it's nice to have that little extra. And that's like there's the Amazon card, and that's always nice because I'll buy stuff on Amazon, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to buy something right now, and then I go to checkout, and it turns out I have enough points in my card to just get it for free. So that's a nice little surprise. But anyway, um, I do like the one thing I like to travel for, Matt, is to visit people, which is like tough because almost don't get a choice sometimes just because my family is so big. And so basically every year we have at least 1 to 2 family weddings out of town. And so very quickly you can end up using your time off and your travel budget on having to go visit people. And that's like more of a have to. So that's where it feels not as great. Like it's good to have that and it's like kind of consistent. And so it's like nice that you don't have to plan extra to meet all those people. Um, but sometimes it makes it difficult to plan other things because I know I have to save a little bit of like time off for those trips. The Florida trip was cool because we got to visit a bunch of family, do a bunch of things, and so that was good. And one other caveat I'll add is when I've traveled alone, completely solo, I've had a pretty decent time. It was pretty fun. I think I don't like traveling with my parents, which is like all my trips up until the last few years. So I learned that a little bit about myself. And mostly because of, not because of like whatever. The reason is because the activities that we end up doing slash the schedule that we end up keeping when I travel with my parents ends up being like not that fun. When I get to keep my own schedule and everything, I have a better time. And also, like, I know a lot of people say they don't like to walk in crowds, or like they don't like being in crowds and stuff. Can't remember if I mentioned this, but I actually don't mind being in crowds when I'm by myself. But when I'm in crowds with other people, it's very stressful. Like trying to keep track of other people, trying to stick with a group, things like that. And some people, like a lot of people that I know slash around a lot slash in my family, just have like crazy ADHD to the point where they are just like so lost when they're in a crowd. And I feel like I have to like babysit everybody when I'm in a crowd because they'll just be like walking in front of people, being in people's way, like running into things or like getting lost, not paying attention to where everybody else is going. So I feel like I'm very hyper vigilant when I'm in a crowd with other people because I have to like babysit them. Old enough now that if we are in crowds, I'm not worried about them getting in trouble. I would think so. I would think so too, but for some reason, for some reason, people still be getting lost. Mostly just wandering and like it's also because those are the people. I'll say it this way: they're also the people that are like stressed about being in crowds, and so I'm trying to like I don't know take the stress off of them, or because they're in stress, then they're doing strange things that don't make sense because they're under stress by being in the crowd, and so I try to like take care of them, and so then that adds like the stress. Actually, one who wander off, although I'm aware of myself and not being a pain as a tourist. Fair. But that's the cool thing is like if you are by yourself, like if I am traveling by myself, then I have the right to wander off because like nobody else is trying to look after me or like keep track of me either. So that way that makes it better for me than just like kind of do my own thing. I'll go do what interests me even if who I'm with is going and looking at something different. That's nice. As long as everybody's on the same page. Same page of doing different things. All right, let's score some more runs. We're up 3-2, going into the bottom of the fifth. So those are my thoughts on travel in general. And this year, the last year and a half, let me see how many flights I've taken. If I was to guess off the top of my head, in the last 12 months, let's say 18 months, I've probably taken 14 trips. So I've probably been on about 28 flights in the last 18 months. It's pretty much been every month or once every month and a half. So now that we got through all of that, I'm talking about how much I don't like to fly and travel. I've started disliking flying more and more, mostly just because of the space in the seat. We did the Amtrak, I think I mentioned, and that was pretty spacious, and so it was like pretty chill, and I enjoyed that. But I feel like every time I get on a plane, I have less and less space, and I feel like gross and sweaty and stuff. Mike Napoli doing Mike Napoli things. Remember when a play like that, you had like a 75% chance of being safe at first base? They're just whiff the tag. Lots to not like about flying, but I know I'm going to get on there and I'm going to read or play a game until we land or sleep. True. Sometimes I'm like looking forward to it. I've definitely had times where I'm like really looking forward to just getting on the plane and having absolutely no responsibilities for the next 2 to 4 hours. Absolutely. That can be a huge, huge plus. Um, I will also say I think out of those out of those 28 flights, I've probably had a crying baby on at least 15 of them. I would say more than half I have a crying baby like within a radius of like 9 seats. So like 3 rows ahead. Oh, I guess radius of 3 seats, I should say. 3 rows ahead or 3 rows behind. And the game is over. What happened? We won somehow. A swing and a miss. Their internet just flashed and game was over somehow. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take that for sure. Last time I was on the plane, like last 2 weeks ago, we were trying to go to Newark, and Newark is having like crazy delays. And so we actually, well, we got on the plane, and then Chicago had like a dust storm somehow. So I'm just looking out the window of the plane. We're sitting at the gate, and like everything just turned orange. So like dust storms in Chicago somehow. And then it started raining immediately after that. And then we started moving, and then we stopped on the runway on the tarmac for like 3 hours, just under 3 hours. So we got away from the gate and then sat on the tarmac for 3 hours. GG's, Greg. Well played as always. I don't know how that game ended like that, but I'll take it. 3 to 6 whose parents won't look after them, so they say they are a menace. So they are a menace. True. I had one kid that was like, he was kind of normal, like he was chilling, but he like stuck his elbow into my gut the entire flight. I wasn't too happy about that one. That was the painful. I probably should have said something, but I did not. Big regretty. I kind of want to go get some more food. In the meantime, we're going to go raid the Grooch22. He's playing some EA Sports College Football 25. Kyle 23 is also live if you're trying to watch MLB The Show. Yeah, I should hopefully be able to stream the next week or two. Probably one more co-op stream, and then from there we'll do a little bit of Road to the Show. And then we'll see if I go end up playing something else other than MLB after that. But we're going to do probably a little bit of Road to the Show in the meantime. Say hi to DeGroosh for me. Good to see you all. Mid-mad because the game didn't give me PXP for that, really. Hopefully by the end of it, hopefully like if you restart, hopefully it gives you PXP. That would be funky though. Hope you guys have a great night. I will see you later. Peace.